Hello there Capricorn, Dadhichi here again with your June 2015 horoscope. Hope you're handling work well just now. I talked in the introductory video about the retrograde Mercury. This planet in retrogression with the Sun, with Mars, not such friendly planets. Mercury's friendly, but Sun and Mars are not too friendly, in that sixth house of work. And later in the month, and I'm going to jump to that now because the focus is this sixth house. Sixth house, I'm going to explain that in a minute. We see the new moon taking place there. That's on the 17th. On the 3rd, a full moon in the 12th house, also influencing by its glance, as we call it, the sixth house. Sixth house has to do with your health. It has to do with your enemies. It has to do with debts. It has to do with disease. And interestingly, the karmic point, what we call the North Node, in your career sector is in a nice aspect to that. So some of what's going on in these areas of your life do have a karmic connotation. So you need to be mindful of that when you start to feel things are not going well, or you've got some additional debts, or you're being hammered by a co-worker. It's easy to react to that without thinking from the spiritual perspective that, hey, hang on, what's going on here is really a balancing act, just a balancing of the karmic account book. And of course the retrogression of Mercury, if you did see the introduction, you'd note that for you, Mercury has a mixed effect. It does rule the 9th house of the horoscope, which is one of the better houses, as well as the 6th. So its retrogression brings mixed results. Having the 9th ruler in the 6th house in transit is likely for your work engagements, for the way you do your work, for the people you work with. You could be in touch with some interesting people throughout this period. And at least in the first few days of the month, up until the 6th, you should avail yourself of that and not dilly-dally. Really, really secure any business partnerships you can, any good contacts through networking that you can, with Venus in your 7th house, because that then moves to the 8th house on the 6th. That's also not too bad for you. Venus is a friendly planet. It's going to activate the 8th house, which is shared resources, which has to do with, excuse me, just let me move a little bit closer here. It has to do with your wills, legacies, inheritances, taxation, banking, finance, all those sorts of things. And with its impending approach to the planet Jupiter, this is very, very good. These two planets together usually signify some good fortune, good luck, and some increase or unexpected money that can come to you, especially when Jupiter forms that rather sudden and lucky trine aspect on the 22nd. Jupiter again is in that 8th house. Uranus is in the 4th house. So this could come from the family. It could have to do with real estate issues, and certainly having the past karmic point there shows that something you've done in the past now is likely to work to your distinct advantage. Now, there's one aspect that I was looking at before, which is the hard aspect of Mercury. Well, we do see Mercury going direct on the 12th, and straight after that, at least for the next week or so after that, you should be a little bit careful. Don't commit yourself to any large-scale work projects. In fact, having the opposition to Saturn there may have put the brakes on things, and that's not a bad thing because you probably needed more time to figure out exactly what it is that you're going to do. Venus trines Uranus on the 29th, which is the last day of the month. This is an excellent placement as well, showing some fortuitous sexual or romantic opportunities. And again with the 4th house, which is family, the domicile, people in your immediate family circle, may also bring you some quirky happiness and opportunities during this particular phase. I think the placement of Jupiter for many people indicates that for Capricorn in particular, the need to really look at expanding your savings and your ability to reduce overhead where it comes to issues of banking, taxation. So that could mean getting someone who serves you in a better capacity as far as accountants, business and financial advisors. Because that sixth house, which we started the reading off with, relates primarily to the issue of those who serve you. They can be co-workers, but they can also be the people that work for you. Commission agents or, accountants, for example. And you may be having a problem there. Having those fiery planets can sometimes indicate some disputes or a change in the way you wish to do things. And that, again, is shown by the recurrent theme, and in particular the new moon that takes place there in that sixth house this month. I hope that's helped you. It's brief, I know, but there's more where that came from at astrology.com.au with our more detailed text analysis of the month in focus, daily forecast, and also the year. If you need a more personal spin on things, I'm always here to help you. And we also have other astrologers. If you don't like my bald head, well, that's okay. I don't take offence to that. Each to his own. And I'll see you next month. Take care. Bye-bye.